What's up, everybody? I got this CR-18P 6x6 flatbed, and I haven't been doing a whole lot of unboxings lately. Just really haven't seen a whole lot that's kept or caught my interest. So this one, on the other hand, I like things with multiple axles, so 6x6s, 8x8s, 10x10s, stuff like that, and equipment. And the fact this is a flatbed with a winch really kind of got my attention. So this is a 280 size brushed motor, aluminum oxide main chassis frame, which I saw the frame rails, they look pretty nice. It's got an SOA, which is servo on axle, big bore shocks, aluminum caps and retainers it says, and 1.2 inch satin silver coated beadlock tire wheels. And this is an RTR, and they're about $200, and right now I had to pay an extra $20 shipping so I could get it in the US. Here's how everything comes packaged. We're just going to do a quick unboxing here because I'm excited to get it going, but look at all these extra links and axle shaft pieces you get, or drive shaft pieces. And remember when Axial used to come with spare stuff like that? That's awesome. Little piece of foam on top. We got our radio, which appears to be not a bad looking little radio. It's a Fly Sky. And these, let's imagine either channel 3 or 4 maybe is a winch controller. No, here we go maybe. We got a little up and down toggle right there. I imagine that's for the winch. I really haven't even watched much on this yet. I just figured I'd learn about it as we go. And there's all your adjustments on the inside. This is how the rest of the box is packaged. And we got a T-wrench. It looks like maybe some little hold downs for tires or whatnot, and a charger. Pretty standard stuff. And this cool looking little truck. So this guy right here was a little larger than I expected. I know it said 1/18 scale, but it still kind of really impressed me on the size when I pulled this thing out of the package. Got it all wrapped up here. So it looks like you have these flat rails that kind of pop up and down if necessary. Got the winch built into the back, and it's a servo winch. It looks like there's lighting all the way down the side. And we possibly have some, ramps. That's pretty cool. Slide out ramps. Suspension feels pretty decent, and it's got a lot of roll to it. And we have lockdown adjustable caps, so we can adjust the amount of tension on those springs for our suspension. I don't know how well the camera would pick it up from this angle, but that is an absolute beautiful chassis. And the wheels don't look too bad, and they are beadlocked, so you can get in there and reuse these wheels if you choose to. Tires. Surprisingly, I thought they were going to be a bit harder, and they're not. They've got a good feel to them. And it looks like they also have some simulated hubs on them, so that's pretty cool. The front end has quite a bit of detail. I like all the different lights. We got fold-out mirrors here. And how do we even open this thing up? Well, isn't that a question? We'll just pull on it and see what happens. All right, that didn't work. Oh, there's gonna be a release. There's a release. Maybe one on that side too. All right. So you have 2 toggle releases, one here and one here, and that will release your cab. And for being a polycarbonate cab, the way they have that windshield in there, it's pretty rigid. You've got inner fenders. It looks like they have the battery mounted all the way up front. Excellent planning on their part. I mean, if you crawl, you know that's where you want your battery, right over that front axle. It looks like we have a 600 milliamp 2S LiPo, which is pretty standard little battery size. I have several of those for other vehicles, and I think that's gonna work out pretty good. That's the same style connector. It's a type of JST connector, same one like FMS uses and stuff like that. And we have our receiver, an ESC board with all of our lighting and everything plugged in. So I'm gonna get a battery. Well, there we go. I'm gonna get a battery in this guy and put, I'm guessing, my Red Cat Ascent 18 on top of it. And we'll take it out and crawl it and see how it does. Really good looking little truck. I'm hoping to get a lot of use out of this thing. It looks like we also have adjustable places you can pull out. There's little pinholes there so you can move around the spots for your little wheel chocks. But okay guys, I'm gonna get batteries in this thing. Let's get it out and let's just crawl it. That's gonna wrap up the unboxing, test, and review. Had that little axle pop out, but there was no harm. It popped right back in. That still might be something I want to address in the future. And the gear selection's kind of, a little hit and miss. It seems like there's dead gears in between every once in a while when you're trying to hit the gear switch button, but that's probably an adjustment issue. But I've got high and I've got low, so we're good. There's a little dead spot in between. And also, like anything, it could probably use a little more weight down low. But plenty of power. Turns nice, plenty of power, and it seems to traverse most things. If you're not pushing it too extreme, you should be able to have a good time with it.
Hauls the Red Cat no problem. Went up the incline with it no problem. And that little servo winch is pretty strong, because I had that Red Cat turned off and it forced it up on there with just the sheer power of the winch, which is pretty awesome. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll leave a link for this. I'm sure they'll be getting cheaper, but I said I had to pay an extra $23 or something just to have it shipped within a couple days. Well, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.